Yo, what's up, Jeremy? How you doing, man? How are you? Yo, what's going on, Michael? How are you? You excited for the draft? I know you're a Hawks fan, so this is a crucial draft. Who do you want? I got you guys taking Tyrese Halliburton or Isaac Okoro. I think Okoro would be great. Halliburton, because of course, he's listed as a point guard, but I think he's better off the ball, and he's a good defensive player. You guys need defense, and Okoro's someone who has a high upside, great defensive player, and great athlete. He's gonna bring it. He's a mentally tough player. I just think he would be great for Atlanta as well. Give me Vassell, or I like Vassell out of Florida State. Good 3D guy. We got to hit that single, hit that double. Stop swinging for the fences. Unless you really believe in the kid, you could swing for the fences. But I like Vassell. Just high energy player, good athlete. I think he's underrated off the dribble. I think he has a lot of ability. Yo, Isaac Okoro. Yeah, I like Isaac Okoro a lot. Hopefully he's not Stanley Johnson. I don't think he's going to be Stanley Johnson. I think he's a better athlete, good defensive player. I think he has a lot of ability in catch and shoot situations. It's really off the dribble, but he has a good handle getting to the basket. He's good at initiating contact. But I think Okoro would be a good plug and play guy for you. He'll easily, in my opinion, come in as the best defender on your team. DeAndre Hunter's not a bad defender. I think he's solid. Clint Capella. So it's definitely going to help you out. Trae Young's obviously a tremendous offensive player, but you need guys that can help him out on the defense side of the basketball and take pressure off of him. Killian Hayes, I like Killian. If he's there at 8, I would not mind if we take Killian. I think he has a lot of upside as an offensive scorer. He has a good handle, does need to get better with his right hand, but good playmaking potential, good defensive player. It really comes down to the speed and athleticism. I think that's definitely going to affect his draft stock. Yo, what's going on, Karam? Thank you so much for being here. Thunder fan, of course. I believe you guys have like 17 first round draft picks until like 2026 or something like that. It's crazy. But yeah, I actually do like Killian Hayes. Yeah, I can't wait too. Even when the Knicks, if like, gosh, we need a nail on this draft pick. We just have to. I wouldn't mind if we get an impact right away player. I'm just gonna have to trust the organization, trust Leon Rose. Gotta trust your organization. Oh wait, Cowboy X Factor's in here. What's going on, man? Tyrese Maxey, I do like him. And if you notice, like the guards that have come out of Kentucky, they've been effective, like Jamal Murray, John Wall. Those guards out of Kentucky just seem like they really make impacts. Emmanuel Quickly is another guy who's a great shooter out of Kentucky, but I like Tyrese Maxey. He trains like a professional. He's speedy, quick. He's going to be a good defensive player. I really do like his game. We need to nail this draft pick. Jeremy, you're right. Cowboy X Factor says Bucks made some moves yesterday, so it makes me wonder. Imagine if we get some breaking news during this live stream. That is true. They did go on to get Drew Holiday, and I think that's a good fit. He's a guy that could play in the half court setting. Good defensive player. I think he's sneaky athletic. I really do like his game. I think it's an upgrade over Eric Bledsoe, and they didn't have to give up Chris Middleton. Sam Presti is a very good GM. I like Sam Presti a lot. Your team got 2 more picks this offseason from CP3 and Dennis. Yup, Dennis Schroeder. And yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what the Thunder do with those picks. Do you want instant impact guys, or do you want to go for a guy with a high upside? If I was the Thunder, I would just get some instant impact right away players. But if I was a Thunder fan, I would be confident in my coaching staff to develop those players. Because they're getting these players that fit the timeline. Kelly Oubre, we'll see if they bring him back like after the season, because he came off of a big time injury, but he was great with the Suns. OKC Thunder, New Orleans Pelicans are stacking up on future draft capital. Yeah, they really are, dude. They really are. Give me a first. Wow, you want to trade Adams? Yeah, if you can get a first rounder, it depends what team you're dealing with. I think that wouldn't be bad at all. Um, they need someone to pair with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, I know Ricky Rubio is kind of just like that stopgap type of guy. You know what you're getting with Ricky Rubio. I believe his contract is almost up though. That's a positive thing with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they did take on a bad contract to get a good draft pick, which is good. But he's a good passer. He's not a crazy good scorer. He's just really solid, and I think he could help Shea for sure. Because Ricky Rubio, you can hate on him all you want, but he's an NBA veteran, and I think he could teach Shea some things for sure. Like how to read the floor in certain situations. I want all those picks. RQ, I really think they should do a sign and trade with Gallo. Oh, Gallinari. I saw the Knicks are interested in Gallinari. I would not mind bringing Gallinari back. Just the right contract, please. Hawks. I really like Joe Harris. And the Hawks, they have some nice shooting. I think Cam Reddish has upside shooting the ball. DeAndre Hunter. Obviously, Trae Young. Kevin Huerter, I'm a big fan of. I believe he came out of Maryland. But yeah, I think getting Joe Harris would actually be a great signing for the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see if the Brooklyn Nets plan to bring him back, but they trade for Harden. Joe Harris will probably be a Rocket, but I don't see why would the Nets trade for Harden. I don't get it. I just like the Nets getting Harden. I think would actually decline your basketball team. Like he's just so ball dominant, and I just don't see that working. And you're giving up depth. Like yes, it's great and all to have Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie, but giving up depth at the end of the day is not great. Give me all of them. Thoughts on the Knicks trading up from 27 to get Tyrell Terry? I would not mind that at all. I think I've preached this in the past. If someone's going to be the best player out of this draft, I think it's going to be towards the end of the lottery or outside of the lottery. And I think he has a good skill set. He can shoot it from deep. He's a good playmaker. He did get stronger, which definitely helped his draft stock while he's rising up boards. And he tries on the defense side of the basketball. It's just he's outmatched physicality-wise, but I like his talent for sure, and he fits today's NBA. And we need that shooter. He's not a great athlete, a guy who's really going to blow by. He's going to have to add some moves to his arsenal, but he's great dexterity around the rim, and I would not mind trading up from 27 to get Tyrell Terry. I would not mind that at all, man. What made my day was Shams talking about Westbrook for John Wall swap because it's like trading two of the worst contracts in the NBA as both guys are the same player with one guy who's injured. Yeah, we don't even know what John Wall is. And they're kind of similar players, except in my opinion, John Wall plays more under control, and he's a better shooter from mid-range territory, in my opinion. But both great athletes. You could say John Wall's actually a better playmaker. Like, who would you pick, John Wall in their prime or Russell Westbrook in their prime? Because I know a lot of people would be like Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double in his prime. But if you just look at John Wall, he was just such a great player, and I don't know. I'm biased. I'm a big John Wall fan. And do you think the triple double numbers are like overrated? Let me know in the chat. It's a robbery for those picks, yeah. Yeah, James Harden makes me realize so many people did not blame him when it did not work out with Dwight Howard. Yeah, no one wants to play with him. But you could say Dwight Howard's a personality, CP3, but CP3 was happy in OKC. He was. I thought he was a true leader. And Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has a crazy personality. He's a different type of leader than CP3, though. More of a lead by example type of guy. Yo, what's going on, Logan? How are you doing, man? Who do you want at 8, Logan? Or do you want to trade down? I'm not sure if I want a point guard. I do think we're taking a wing. I do think we're going to take a core. If Okoro's there, I do think we're really going to take Okoro. Because he really fits what Tom Thibodeau looks for. Mentally tough player, good on the defense side of the basketball, good athlete, coachable. He has a high upside. And can we trust Kenny Payne? Can we trust Johnny Bryant? Can we trust Mike Woodson? And can we trust Walt Perrin to make the right pick? And can we develop a guy and have patience for once? But we know Tom Thibodeau isn't about that patience. Tom Thibodeau is a win-now mode basketball coach. Wants a Knicks trade for the second pick. Trade up and get LaMelo. If we believe in LaMelo, go ahead and do it. I'm not a big fan of LaMelo. I think LaMelo has a high upside. I think he has a lot of holes in his game, shooting early in the shot clock. He is better than Lonzo I think he will be better than Lonzo offensively. He's more shifty and creates separation more. And he's a great passer of the basketball. It's just the effort on the defense of the basketball. He has those lapses. Looks like he doesn't care. And I don't know if I really want to trade up for someone that may not really care, you know? But if we get our point guard of the future, I'm happy with that. Yeah, you do love you some Frank. Yo, I appreciate that so much. Moni Boy, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the channel. I may stream the draft tomorrow. If I can, I will stream the draft tomorrow. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. But yeah, I appreciate that. Are you a Knicks fan? Cowboy X Factor says, I agree. I do not know how Kyrie Irving and James Harden would coexist, as Kevin Durant could play off the ball. But yeah, good luck with the Nets if they pursue that. Yeah, and you're giving up, like, obviously you don't care if you're giving up draft capital when you're a win now mode basketball team. When you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie and potentially James Harden. But you're giving up depth. Like, they already have some of the best depth of Karis LeVert. They've Joe Harris they may not bring back, but they just have some nice pieces that come off the bench, in my opinion, that get overlooked. I like Kuruks. Like, they have some nice pieces off the bench. I don't think Spencer Dinwiddie that don't get the credit they deserve. The draft's at 7 o'clock. You're an OKC fan, okay? Yeah, that would be awesome, man. Maybe I'll have you on like StreamYard sometime and we could talk NBA. That'll be a lot of fun, dude. Knicks fans simping for Frank. I get it though, because Frank is a good defensive player and everyone loves his effort. No one would like Frank if he played bad defense though. But it's just because he's a traditional point guard. He's not selfish, good teammate type of guy. But I think he'll be a solid role player for us at best in his NBA career. I'd be very happy with the Knicks walking away with Devin Vassell and Tyrell Terry. If we walk away with Devin Vassell and Tyrell Terry tomorrow, I'll be so excited, dude. I think that would be an amazing draft. But hopefully we could just trust this organization. Who do you think the Knicks realistically sign in free agency? That's a really good question, man. Christian Wood is definitely a big name the Knicks have been talking about, but is Christian Wood really worth it? Like, Christian Wood, someone that can guard outside on the perimeter, he's a really good athlete. He's good at pick and pop situations. I think he has good mechanics. He's not the greatest passer of the basketball. He could be very lazy in that department, but I think he does recognize he needs to get better. But he's a guy that's like kind of a low risk, high reward. It depends on the money we end up paying him, but he fits today's NBA. We need a stretch four. We need shooting in this lineup to take pressure off of Mitch. And Bertans is another option who can shoot the ball. He had a great season with the Wizards, shooting over 40% from downtown. Joe Harris, Gallinari. Heard the Knicks have been interested as well. I would really look at those shooters to really help out RJ and Mitchell Robinson, these key guys we're building around. But great question, Raphael. I really appreciate the question. I really hope for you that the New York Knicks do not get Russell Westbrook and that a team like Charlotte, yeah, it'll be a really big Charlotte move. They've been stuck in that position of like an 8th seed before with Kemba. I don't know why they would do it again. I like the direction they're moving in with Devontae Graham. I like Miles Bridges. I like PJ Washington. I just don't get why they would do that, in my opinion. And they have a chance to get LaMelo Ball and get their point guard of the future on a cheaper contract. It all comes down to the development. And yeah, a team like Charlotte, get him as now. He wants out of Houston, and yeah, he'll help Houston rebuild their team if they get like a PJ Washington in exchange. I really like PJ Washington. Liked him out of Kentucky. Ollie D, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for tuning in. What do you think about Miles Powell? Gosh, where's he from? I want to say I've heard of him. I haven't looked into him, to be completely honest. Miles Powell. God, I'm trying to remember what, because I can like picture him what uniform he's in, but I'll definitely have to look at his game. Miles Powell. Seton Hall. Okay, I recognize like the jersey. Like, I could see him in the jersey, but I'll be honest. To be completely honest with you, I'm sorry. I did not cover Miles Powell. He's one of the guys I just did not look at. I saw like he popped up in my recommended of Hoop Intellect, but I'll definitely have to take a look at him. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. If I like stream the draft tomorrow and I look at Miles Powell like after school, then I will let you know my thoughts and everything. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I have the Knicks with Toppin and Josh Green. I don't think Toppin will fall. I think the Cavs will really draft Obi Toppin. Um, I think they're believers in Kevin Porter Jr. They're going to hold on to Garland, Sexton, and Obi's probably their best player available on their board. He was the best player out of college basketball, even though he's some big red flags defensively. His footwork is not great. That's a scary thing. He's solid from downtown. He's a great athlete, obviously, but he's definitely one of the older players in this draft. He's 22 years old. At the end of the day, though, if he can ball, you can ball. But that's definitely a scary thing when it comes to him. But I do think they're going to go on to draft Obi Toppin, and they're probably going to bring Drummond back. Anthony, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here. Manzano. Anthony Manzano, how are you? Clutch B-Ball TV, I know you're a Knicks channel, but I try not to be, but it's so hard not to make Knicks content because I love the Knicks. I know you're a Knicks channel, but what do you think that ends up drafting the point guard position at number 20? Between I do like Théo Maledon from France. He's a guy that actually played higher competition than Killian Hayes. Some people are actually higher on Teo. It's just because Killian has a higher scoring upside. He's kind of like the Frank in this draft. I don't think he's as good defensively, but he's very fundamental. He's a good passer out of the pick and roll. He's not a fantastic athlete, but he's a guy that's definitely just very fundamental when he plays the game the right way. But 20, it really depends who's picking there. I've heard of Grant Ryler. I believe he's a really good shooter. I've seen the scout breakdown of Mike Schmitz, but he's a guy that just gets pure buckets. But Teo, I think, might go higher than him in my opinion because maybe he has more of a polished game where he brings more to the table. You kind of know what you're getting with him. And the Knicks are Noah Cahill, Jeremy says. Raphael says, great channel, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much amount of support. People like you are the reason I love doing this channel. I love talking about basketball and just continuing to make content for people like you that appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know much about him either, Karam. I believe you talked about the Seton Hall kid. Cowboy X Factor says, yes, Jeremy, he would be the best player on the New York Knicks as he's wearing a nice orange shirt. Who would? Ollie, it's all good. He's just known locally where I'm from, so hopefully he's a steal. Yeah, it's always cool when there's the hometown kids where you're from and they end up balling. Who's the one kid that goes to school 30 minutes from me in New Jersey, St. Patrick's School? He's going to be in the upcoming draft. He's not originally from America. He's going to be in the Josh Green draft. Not Josh Green. What's his name? Damn, I'm really drawing a blank. What is that? 2021 NBA mock draft. Jalen Green, and who's the other kid? He's supposed to be going number 1. Gosh, what's his name? But we don't even end up getting the top pick in the lottery, so it doesn't even matter. Cade Cunningham. Yeah, Kyra, I'm really oh, what's going on, Legion? Make sure you sub up Guillermo. He's a great Knicks channel. He's someone I've always followed in the Knicks community on nothing but Knicks, but I've recently found out he had a channel and I love his channel. Wait, my comparison for Teo is a bigger version of Tony Parker. Yeah, I don't know if he'll be as good as him, but I get the style of play of him. Hunter Iggy, yo, you're an OG. Who should Charlotte Hornets draft with 3 picks? The third pick? Well, LaMelo if he's there. Get your point guard if you don't trade for Russell Westbrook. And at 32 and 56, I do think you guys need help defensively and shooting the basketball. Miles Bridges, he's gone better from downtown, but you can never have enough 3-and-D players. But at 32, I would just honestly, there's no specific names because it's really going to be weird how this draft unfolds. Yeah, Kyra's just a guy that's I watched your video, Guillermo. I didn't realize he turned the ball over that much. That's bad, turning the ball over that much. I've noticed he jumps on his passes. He's late on passes. Do I really trust his shot as well? I get he's a guy that can catch the defense on his heels, but I don't know. We'll see with Kyra. We'll see. Amani Bates. Yeah, they're saying he's next Kevin Durant. And I saw that matchup. Chet Holmgren, Grin or whatever. They're saying he's like Porzingis. Live stream the draft, bro. I'll be in the comments sharing my opinion, hoping OKC trade up. Oh, Mecca. I actually do like Okongwu. I do like him. Yeah, we can't bank on next year. We never get the top pick, so exactly. Here we go. I'm sorry I'm behind on the comments. My dream draft would be Vassell. Wait, make sure you guys hear me. Okay. My dream draft would be Vassell. Yeah, like I'm a big fan of Vassell. I was like first guy I wanted. Kyra / Jalen. And yeah, I like Desmond Bain. But that won't happen. That is a big time dream draft. But yeah, if we come away with that, I'll be obviously very pleased. With that. Are there any young point guards at Miami can trade for, pair up with Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero? They could get like a Desmond Bain. Maybe if Tyrese Maxey would be a really good fit for Miami. I would actually freaking love Tyrese Maxey in Miami. I think that would be a great fit. Yeah, I actually really do like that. Anthony says, because I think the Heat might go after, realistically, Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox. Wow. Are you a Heat fan, Anthony? Who's your team? Yeah, lack of power and lazy decision making. Yeah, he looks like Knox at point guard, except obviously Knox has like no coordination whatsoever. You'll like James Wiseman's just scary because he has such a small sample size. Wiseman obviously has a higher upside, but who am I banking on to make an immediate impact right away in the NBA? It depends where Wiseman goes. If he goes to the Warriors, obviously, it's going to be totally different. But Okongwu is just a guy, he's so disciplined. He's such a disciplined, fundamental basketball player. Like, I really like Okongwu. But yeah, he doesn't really have the highest of upside. But I do like him. Who are the Knicks going to take? I don't like. Kyra's probably who we're going to take, but then I see reports that we're going to go after a wing. But obviously, I'd be very happy if we take a Vassell. Like, I want to ask Knicks fans this. What would your reaction be if we take Naismith at 8? Because he's a guy that's just a shooter, and he really scares me because he's not crazy fast, not a crazy good athlete or anything, not a great passer. I would not like that pick. Yeah, Knox dribbles like I'm a better ball handler. Everyone in this chat's a better ball handler. Like, there's a video of him working out, and he like loses the ball. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, what's going on, MH? Thank you so much for being here, man. But yeah, Guillermo, I'll be pissed if we draft Naismith too at 8. If we trade down, I get it. But yeah, this is the thing in this draft. Like, I want Vassell at 8, but if we could trade down, because like most likely, if we're gonna get like a hit that single, hit that double, don't swing for the fences type of guy. Like, why not, if we go after solid players, why not trade down and get 2 solid players that can contribute? But if Okoro slips there and if they're in love with Okoro, I get it. It's just the shooting, but he doesn't have an ugly shot. I think he actually has solid mechanics, but I do like Okoro, and that just fits Thibodeau. I've been live like 23, 24 minutes. What's going on, MH? Jeremy, so maybe he's learning that from Julius Randle. Thunder will move up. Well, who got a pick and moved up? The Rockets, right? Didn't they get the 15th? No, what they get, 18th? I want Okoro. He's a dog. He's a bulldog. Okoro is a bunt single. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Guillermo. Sam Presti will use it. Yo, Karam loves Sam Presti. He loves his Thunder. Randall got a decent spin. He's the human Beyblade. I used to play with those Beyblades. Let it rip. Julius Randle lets it rip way too much. It spins into a double team, turns the ball over, and I'm just tired of it. But Knicks fans, I'm sorry, but I think Randall will be a Knick this upcoming season, and we'll have to see Randall play. Wait, I'm sorry. Did I miss it, Anthony? What was your comment? What Anthony said? Are you talking about They're going after realistically Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if the Kings would let De'Aaron Fox go though, but Buddy Hield, I think that's realistic. I think that would be great for the Miami Heat. Sixers, of course, with the whole report, they might get him. Thunder have a strong draft record, at least from the beginning. Yeah, man. I just hope Walt Perrin we trust. Walt Perrin we trust. And obviously there was the reports. Like, would you guys rather have Gordon Hayward or Russell Westbrook? I know Gordon Hayward's returning now because there's discussions he's going to opt into that contract. Who wouldn't? He's getting paid, like, what was it? Like a shit ton of money. Imagine Houston gets Alexis. Oh, wow. That would be really interesting. Like, Alexis is like a freaking toothpick. And he's just so raw. He's a guy that's either going to be good in the NBA or he's going to be back overseas. Like, he's going to be maybe the Papagiannis pick. Like the Kings, they took them into the lottery. George's Papagiannis in the freaking 13th pick. Who compared Julius Randle to Zion? I forgot who that was. Yeah, you would hope he's more Justice Winslow because Stanley Johnson. You'll just remember him, like, locking up LeBron for that one game in round 1 of the playoffs. But Winslow, I wouldn't mind Winslow. I remember when he was like kind of that point forward role with the Heat. Now he's on. Is he still on the Grizzlies? Cowboy X Factor. Oh, he's a Mavericks fan. Cowboy X Factor is a Mavericks fan. But it's who's Mark in disguise. Too bad. Can't get Obi Toppin. I'm not that high on Toppin. I'm really not. I just think his footwork's terrible defensively. I think he makes Canner look good on defense. That's how bad I think Toppin is defensively. But space it doesn't have like a mid-range shot or anything. Great athlete. It's just he's 22. I believe like Tatum's younger than him. Yeah, I'm not high. If Toppin played defense, then we could talk. Who's Slenderman, MH? Oh, Alexis. Yeah, he's skinny. Yo, what's going on? Chimora 29. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Thank you so much for being here. If by some miracle Obi's still available, should the Knicks... See, I would understand it if we take him, though, because he was the best player out of college basketball. He's great at Dayton, so I get it, because he's a talented player. So, obviously, I wouldn't be, like, pissed off or anything if we took him at 8. Let's get Kyra Lewis Jr. I wouldn't be upset. He's been on the draft, like, the radar a lot lately, but the Knicks have come out and said they don't like his defense. But we'll see. I think that's a possible option. But I just take the safe player. I know there's no, like, it's possible someone may not work out, but like MH has even said, he wouldn't mind Sadiq Bey at 8. He likes Sadiq Bey. It was Penis Cantor. Yeah, defense is non-existent. Denny might be the most over. See, I get it with Denny, but he definitely has some like red flags, like the jump shot, like the ball handling's not great. It's like pretty sloppy. Dribbles like with his palm and not his fingertips. Shot's not like completely ugly, but it's like I don't know. He's not like a fantastic athlete, but he does have a high IQ. Like I think he'll come in like if he goes to the Warriors, he'll be a good plug and play guy. Good playmaker, good defensive player. We'll see. Danny is Super Mario without the super. Legion of next. Is it because people see an international player be the next Luka? Bey would be super safe. What would your thoughts be if we took Bey? We need a point guard badly. Yeah, this is the thing though. Because they said they're going to address a point guard in free agency or in a trade. So we'll see what happens. I think we will get a point guard this offseason. Heard we're trying to trade Dennis Smith Jr. on draft night. We'll see what happens with the point guard position. It's going to be really interesting. But only take a point guard if you're in love with a point guard. Don't just take a point guard to take a point guard. You know? Clutch question. What's up, Anthony? When you look at Tyler Hero, do you see more as a point guard? He's definitely not a point guard. He's a true shooting guard in my opinion. I don't think he has the playmaking makeup to be a point guard. His handle's not crazy good. He's a shot maker. He's a guy that's good at coming off the screens, good backdoor cutter. He's not a point guard at all. Wow, you think he's a point guard in the future? That's interesting. I think he'll need to get better, like seeing things on the court, because I don't think he's that great of a playmaker. He shows flashes, but I don't think he is. But that's interesting, Anthony. I'm not gonna say you can't have that opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. Randall, Barrett, Mitch, LaMelo, Knox. What about them? Arku, he is, but I'm tired of this sidekick who is like Noah said, injury prone. So tired of his sidekick. Oh, Porzingis? Yeah, I told, like, I always said Porzingis is a really talented player. Obviously, he's really rare, could shoot the 3 ball, just pick and pop deadly, could put the ball on the floor. But like I said, a Cowboy X Factor, I've nailed it. Hopefully, he proves me wrong for it because he loves his Mavs. Porzingis is going to have the stretches of games. He puts up 30 points per game, like 5 straight games. Then he'll fall off and average like 20, bad efficiency. The injuries, that's just what he is. He's a guy that's just like not consistent. That's the scary thing with Porzingis. But he did get better in the rebounding department. I'll say that to Porzingis' credit. Starting 5, we can't say yet because Alfred Payne's going to be gone. Desmond Jr. might be traded. Frank might even be traded. Randall, I think he'll still be a Knick. But there's a lot of players that were on like 1-year deals that are potentially going to be gone. I won't be mad if we bring back Reggie Bullock. I think he'd be a nice role piece, and the Knicks have talked about bringing him back. Amari Cooper. That's interesting. Nope, keep Frankie. I remember that year we were like 17, 13 when Porzingis got injured and we fell off. Well, and we fell off when Tim Hardaway Jr. got hurt. I think Desmond Bane is there at 27. There's like so many players like I'm sure of that will be there, and I really thought from the beginning Desmond Bane will be there. Like I think he can because there's a lot of players like rising up draft boards, but like he's just gonna be such an effective player. And I would just not be surprised if he's drafted a little outside the lottery because what he brings to the table. He's a weird looking jumper, but it goes in. NBA ready body, good defensive player, good athlete. Like, it's just crazy to say that he'll be a 27th pick. See, I could see Nico at 27. I'm not a big Nico fan at all. Like, he's not a good athlete. Like, he has some playmaking potential, but he's a big potential guy. Like, when I watch his film, he doesn't like create a good amount of separation. Not a big fan. Yeah, DeAndre Baker about to be a star with the Chiefs now. I wish the Knicks could see 5 years of the future before they make these picks. Yeah, man. Favorite dog players in this draft? Gosh, we'll have to see them in the NBA before you can say that. But who's a dog pick? Anthony Edwards is a dog. Okoro is a dog. Who else is like just a true dog? Halliburton, I don't really see much dog out of him. I don't know. It's really like just shows their emotions and plays really hard. Yes, I am a Miami Heat fan. I grew up in Miami when the Heat were consistently making the playoffs from the early '90s. Oh wow, so you're like a really loyal. You saw the Tim Hardaway days. Almost said Tim Hardaway Jr. Alonzo Mourning. That was awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, Nico Manian. He's a guy I've seen like a hoop intellect video on. He does great film analysis videos. I don't see him being like a point guard, like starting point guard in the NBA. Unless like the Raptors get him, I think he might have that potential. But he's a guy that scares me defensively. He's like, he has some speed to him, but he's not anything special. I'm not really gonna talk about him, but doesn't create much separation. He has some potential though, if he goes to the right team. Who's gonna be the last pick? I have no idea who will be the last pick in the draft. You never know. Might be LiAngelo Ball. Hope Alexez is. Yo, what's going on? A knock on the door. Hope Alexez is still there at 27. Good project pick stash in the G League for a year. Will fit in great next to Mitch. Do you think like the organization finally has patience to get a guy like Alexez though? If you get him with the right program, I think he'd be a good player. But does he have the mental makeup? But he clearly has talent. He can shoot the ball. It's crazy like the playmaking. It's just like freaking a Ball's Life mixtape when he passes the basketball. It could be Noah. It could be Noah as the last pick in the draft. Yo, what's going on, Colby? How you doing, man? Wouldn't be surprised, LMAO. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see how this draft unfolds. But will LaMelo drop? That's the main thing. A lot of the reports have been he hasn't really shown effort in his interviews. Like in my opinion, just cancel the interviews like Wiseman did with the Timberwolves. Like why would the Timberwolves want to draft you? They're gonna take LaMelo or Edwards. I think Edwards' pick would make more sense though. Yeah, I don't see Toppin falling the Knicks. Yeah, I might stream it. Yeah, that would be epic. What would be epic? Oh wait, are you a fan of Jaden McDaniels at 27? He may wait. They did the same thing to Iggy. Yeah, except I think Alexis is a higher upside type of guy. But yeah, I hope Iggy gets an opportunity. Jaden, there's no risk at 27. Take whoever at 27, honestly. Just be good. What guards or forwards do you see fitting in the Miami Heat system and the culture they run in the organization? Clutch. Like I said, Desmond Bane, I think Tyrese Maxey would be a really good fit. Emmanuel Quickley, get those shooters, those guys that can definitely space the floor and they show effort on the defense side of the basketball. At the Heat, like if Tyrese Maxey falls there, I think that would be an amazing pick for the Miami Heat. RJ Hampton's a guy that's he's so raw offensively. He's a guy that's a good playmaker, but his offensive game is just like his jump shot's broken. But playmaking and defense, not a big question mark in my opinion, but he's just so raw offensively. But he had a good game against LaMelo, I believe. But you never know. Like, this is going to be interesting to see how this draft unfolds. But yeah, look out for Elijah Hughes. He's a good shooter out of Syracuse. Yeah, he dropped like 38 on Zion in high school. Honestly, Aaron Naismith would be a nice fit with the Bucks. Yeah, they need a shooter for sure. But they just got Bogdanovich. I think that's a good pickup for the Bucks. They got a shooter and they got their point guard, Jrue Holiday, so they look like they're moving in the right direction. Lonzo's the best ball. We'll see. I think LaMelo has more upside offensively, but the defense, Lonzo's definitely a better defender. You don't like Syracuse? Do you see Desmond Bane as more of a shooting guard? I think he'll be a combo guard. I think he's a guy that will have ability to play off the ball because he's really good at cutting without the basketball, and he just plays the game the right way. What's going on, Positivity Man? Thank you so much for being here. How are you? Well, who's your favorite NBA team? And welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Bucks need a bench. Yeah, they need to continue to build depth. I agree off the bench, but that was cool how they're able to hold on to Chris Middleton. You can play for who, the Knicks? Yeah, I think they would need you. Okay, looking at this mock draft, they have Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte's really in love with Onyeka. That's something I've really noticed. I think Onyeka's going to be a good basketball player, but it just seemed like Charlotte. It just seemed like such bust territory going to Charlotte. And I really do like Onyeka. Oh, you're a Timberwolves fan. And wanted to ask, what do you think my team will do with the first pick? If you don't trade the first pick, draft Anthony Edwards. As much love, LaMelo Ball, generational playmaker, limitless range when it goes in because he shoots so early in the shot clock. He's a guy that's really good at getting the defensive collapse and kicking it out. But the just like the liability on the defense of the basketball, just like the effort isn't there. That really scares me. But he's a guy that's going to create separation more than Lonzo due to the shiftiness. But getting Anthony Edwards, who's a better defender, at least higher potential. He has the lapses too, which scare me. In my opinion, no one deserves to go one in this draft. I've said the best player in this draft might be towards the end of the lottery, a guy with a more polished game. Because I get it. Edwards has the upside, LaMelo has the upside, but they also have low floors of being bust. But Edwards has this bulldog mentality and get to his spots. He's not great from downtown. It's crazy. The potential first pick of the draft shoots 40% from the field, not even 30% from downtown. Not great from the free throw line. And he has lapses on the defense side of the basketball, but he's a good athlete. He's going to take pressure off of D'Angelo Russell when it comes to defensively. But both ball dominant players, LaMelo or Anthony Edwards, I believe it will be. I think it'll be Anthony Edwards, though. You like the dude from Israel, Denny? Depends where he goes. If he goes to the Warriors, I like him because he's a plug-and-play guy. He's not going to have pressure to really put up big numbers. I think he's a solid prospect. Originally, I said the Bulls should draft him, but they might go Okoro. See, I don't think they're going guard. It's going to be so interesting, and I'm so excited. I don't think Giannis is leaving. I don't think he's leaving. If he does, I hope he's going to the Dallas Mavericks or Miami's another destination. Gosh, you'd have the European trio. LaMelo may go to the Bulls at 4. Yeah, that would be interesting. Markkanen. Gosh, that team would have no defense, though. Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen. Oh, gosh, Kobe White doesn't play like a defense. LaMelo, that team would be just terrible defensively, though. I don't think Obi will be there, though. I think the Cavs will definitely draft him. Wait, I'm sorry, Positivity Man. Wait, hot take, there's not a Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's not a great draft class. I think it's going to be a bunch of solid role players, solid starters. If there is an all-star, it's going to be towards the end of the lottery. It's not a great draft, man. Might be like the Giannis draft. Project towards the end of the lottery will end up being one of the greatest. I feel like if they get the Hawks pick for, well, Giannis was a 15th, I believe, pick. I feel like if they get the Hawks pick for 17th and Culver, I'd like Isaac Okoro also. I like Okoro. Mentally tough player, good athlete, perform off the dribble, catch and shoot guy. All comes down to consistency with the shooting, though. Yeah, I think we'll have trades for sure, man. And I love how there's not day 1 and day 2 when it comes to NBA draft. I love it. Anthony says, well, first off, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for being here. It's 1:04 in the morning. I have school at 7, but I'm like, why not? Why not hop on? You guys are awesome. You guys deserve a stream. But yeah, I hope we see a trade too. Trades are always interesting. Just hopefully it's not Russell Westbrook to the Knicks. Please no. Please no. Clutch, with Milwaukee making trades recently, I'm afraid Giannis may resign with the Bucks. Oh yeah, you're a Heat fan. You want him, obviously. And if we lose out on him, what should I think they should just stick with what they're building. I thought it was really impressive how they made the NBA Finals with that young core they have. Because Jimmy Butler's proven to be one of the top players in the NBA. It's crazy. I used to think Paul George is better than him. No, Jimmy Butler he plays with guts. The tenacity he plays with. I've always respected Jimmy Butler. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn. I would just continue to get like these nice pieces coming off the bench. I would probably get a Joe Ayers. I don't know. I just really like what the Heat are doing. They're a good organization. I would just trust whatever they're doing because Eric Spoelstra's a great head coach. Pat Riley, obviously, great coach of the Lakers, great coach of the Knicks, and obviously he's doing a great job running that organization. What's your take on the John Wall trade rumors? That's interesting. John Wall for Russell. Why? Like you know what you're getting with Russell Westbrook. You don't know what you're getting with John Wall coming off those injuries. But I love John Wall when he was healthy. You saw a rumor Zach LaVine wants out. We'll see. Billy Donovan's a defensive-minded coach, in my opinion. Hey, Koo, you're OKC fan. You can sure look forward to your 16 round. I think it's 17. It might be 16 though. Coming from a T-Wolves fan, I'm not a Butler fan, but I like his life story. You don't like him because of the way he left. I understand that. If he stayed, you would probably love him. But I understand that. Yo, what's going on, Ron? If you are new to the channel, welcome. Click that subscribe button, put that post notification bell on so you don't miss a live stream or a video upload. I love talking broad NBA and talk a lot of Knicks, and if you want me to do more live streams like this, let me know, but welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. But he says, bro, are you used to think the same thing when it comes to Paul George Jimmy debate, because Paul George was a better three-point shooter, at least we thought. But holy crap, was I? Yeah, man, I thought the exact same way. Yeah, Karam's excited about his Thunder future. Me and Anthony both want our team to sign Giannis. It's about to get interesting. Yeah, it's like 17, yeah. Still don't think the Bucks are contenders. That's okay until Giannis proves he can play in the half-court setting. I understand. Yeah, Sacramento. Talk about a team with no stability. Who's their head coach right now? Didn't they hire Alvin Gentry? Who'd they hire? Who'd they hire? Wait, do they still have Luke Walton? No, they still have Luke. I thought they fired him and got Gentry. They really still have him. That's such an L. He's a terrible coach. I don't get that. But yeah, Sacramento does not have a good organization. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him either. So did they just like add him to the coaching staff? I really thought they fired him. I'm confident in saying that the media really, even though the Knicks don't have a great organization, like they haven't proven that the last few years, they don't talk about the Kings because no one cares about the Kings, you know? They're a worse organization than us. Do you think Timberwolves will make the playoffs? It depends if you trade that pick. You just really hope for a leap from D'Angelo Russell, Karl-Anthony Towns offensively, what Anthony Edwards brings, or whoever you pick or trade. I don't know, man. You never know how the playoffs are going to unfold. Buddy Hield to Dallas, that'll be a good fit in my opinion. Yeah, the West is really tough. But yeah, I'm just hoping for the Mavericks to suck, so then we have a good pick. That's all I'm hoping for. Because I know this upcoming draft, the 2021 draft, is our pick. We have the Mavericks pick. But probably not. We're probably going to get like 26. Wait, he is? I thought they got Doc Rivers and, what's his name? Yeah, he is on the Kings, Alvin Gentry. 76 good coaching staff. Didn't they added Mike D'Antoni, right? Damn, Google's so late. They still have Brett Brown. Gosh, Google that. Wait, let me go back and like look at it more in depth, Anthony. Clutch, I honestly think with how incompetent Sacramento is as a franchise, could you hear me? Make sure my microphone's not dead. Let me move this up a little. All right, you guys hear me? Hopefully, you guys hear me. All right. Clutch, honestly, I think with how incompetent Sacramento is as a franchise, we could trade for both Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox for a first-round pick. What pick do you guys have right now, currently? And 2 future seconds. You think a first-round pick this year, because like you're not picking that high, and 2 future seconds that may not result in anything for Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox, honestly don't think they'll take that. to be honest with you. You'll probably have to give up like a Kendrick Nunn if you want to do that, to be completely honest. Malik Beasley's not anything flashy. He's solid. Like OKC, I don't think they'll be back. And Rockets, no. Yeah, OKC, they may not make the playoffs, but they'll still be a competitive team, and they'll make it in the future for sure. They're building a contender, that's all I'm going to say. Oh. Yeah, if I was the Mavericks, I would get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. That contract's atrocious. But you're a win now mode team, so it doesn't matter. They will probably be awful if, cannot stay healthy. Yeah, man. Good, you can hear me. Do you think Harden's a big possibility for Brooklyn? Hope it does not go through. I hate the Nets. Greetings from... Yo, shout out to the Philippines. Philippines love them some basketball. Shout out to you. I hope you're doing good. Harden obviously is a tremendously talented basketball player, but you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and you have so much depth. I do not think you want to ruin that. And Harden's so ball dominant. I always thought he's a player that won't win a championship. Especially someone that, if like in the clutch, he doesn't give the ball up to Kevin Durant because he's so ball dominant. I just don't see that working. Kelly Olynyk and Kendrick Nunn with 2 future second-round picks for Buddy Hield. I would maybe have to slide in a first. I don't know if they would take Kendrick Nunn, Kelly Olynyk in a second. I don't think that's working, to be completely honest. Two to 3 year rebuild in OKC, and then it'll be time to flip the switch, rebuild to contending again. Yeah, man. I really do think they're moving in the right direction. Guys, where do you think Patrick Williams is going to go? In the latest NBA Draft Net mock draft, they have the Hawks taking Patrick Williams at 6, and they've had the Pistons take him lately. Do you think Pistons will take Okoro? We'll see with Tom Thibodeau. They have 3 first up. What do you mean? I can see Pelicans and Thunder being competitive. It all comes down to Zion's health as well. Lonzo will probably be dealt. I don't think he's going to be there. Jrue Holiday's gone. Jackson Hayes I like. Brandon Ingram. They're definitely interesting, the Pelicans. But yeah, I would love to do the NBA draft tomorrow if I can, and I'll let you guys know if I enjoy. I'll let you know if I think that's a good pick for your team, And I'm sure you guys would love to see my reaction, and I would probably do it on my mom's laptop so then I could put the board on the screen so you guys would know who's gone. So I just think that would be awesome to do. And I'll use the microphone to try to give you guys good audio, Here's an update to the trade I have from my comment before. Kelly Olynyk, Kendrick Nunn, the number 20 pick this year. Okay, that's better. I could see that. They gave up 3 firsts and 2 pick swaps. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be doing it. If I can, I'll probably be doing it. I had Rondo. I'm sorry I cannot pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I had high hopes. I'm just going to call you RJ because I see the R at the beginning and J in the last. So if I say RJ, that's you. Had high hopes for Luke Walton when the Lakers hired him, but he's not head coach material. His lineups are hot trash, and so is half-court offense. He's an okay defensive coordinator / assistant coach. Yeah, I thought he was solid with the Warriors when at the end of the day, freaking coaching Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, just like when you have the best shooter of all time, it's pretty easy. Yo, welcome to the channel, YDK. Thank you so much for being here. How are you? How'd you find the channel? If you don't mind me asking. I'm a Thunder fan. We need to trade up. You think we will? I think the Thunder are in that position to trade up because they are a rebuilding basketball team. But who would you want if you traded up? Who would you want? In what range would you trade up as well? Would you be happy if you guys took Tyrell Terry at 25 if he slipped there? Sixers passed on him. But welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Thunder fans. Florida Keys right now. I used to live in Florida. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Naples, and Jacksonville. Shout out to Florida. Let's see. Agree. Yes, the draft is today. It's currently 1:17 in the morning for me, but for me, it's at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. But yes, the draft is today. But not anytime soon. But I'm watching you. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Well, what's Jeremy say? Knicks trade Mitch Barrett in 27. Get out of here. Get out of you. Get out of here. But yeah, shout out to you, Gian. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the Philippines. People in the Philippines love their basketball, and I respect it so much. I would like Killian Hayes. Wait. I would like Killian Hayes. I do like Killian Hayes. Ooh, that would be actually really good for the Thunder. Gosh, that would be really interesting. Wait, who'd they hire the Thunder? Who is the Thunder coach right now? Didn't they hire I'm trying to remember who they hired. They promoted an assistant. I think I did hear about this. Well, hopefully he succeeds. Good for him. I don't know much about him, to be completely honest, but hopefully he's successful. But Killian Hayes has a high offensive game. He's a guy that plays at such a great pace. It's the speed and athleticism that really hurt him. But I do get the comparison to Jrue Holiday, but less athleticism. D'Angelo Russell is a good handle, has a step back in his arsenal, has a nice Euro step. Like, he's a guy that's so good at getting to the paint. He has such great accuracy. He's a good playmaker. When it comes to making those passes to the corner, getting the defensive collapse, he's unbelievable. His defense, he's just a guy that needs to get better when it comes to polishing his handle, using his right hand more, and the turnovers. But he saw certain things overseas he's not going to see in the NBA, like certain blitzes. Yeah. Oh, trust me, Killian Hayes is not Russell Westbrook. I appreciate that so much positivity. I honestly think Miami's going to draft Ashton Higgins. I believe, is he from Kentucky? I believe. Or Emmanuel Quickly, he could shoot the ball. And number 20, if we keep the pick, because those are the two players looking at the most, apparently, and not Tyrese Maxey. Just call him Coach Mark, yeah. Who do you think the Sixers are going to pick? They should take Tyrell Terry, or Emmanuel Quickly is not a bad option. I don't know if I would take him at, what do you guys have, the 21st, 22nd pick? Or Desmond Bane. I would get a shooter, 3-and-D guy. I think Tyrell Terry would be an underrated pick, though, because 21st, 22nd pick. Who cares if they don't end up being successful? There's a low chance that they do. Yes, thank you guys so much, everyone that's joined the stream. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna be closing it out soon though, because I do have to wake up in the morning for virtual school, which sucks, I know, but I do get done at 12 o'clock, which is awesome on virtual, and I'll be able to stream the draft hopefully for you guys. See what the girlfriend. Want to always make sure I talk to the girlfriend though. Isaiah Joe is a really good shooter. Is he from Arkansas? I believe he's from Arkansas. I know he can just shoot the ball like crazy. He attempted like 10 threes per game. Yeah, that's a guy. He has a lot of confidence. Second round pick, yeah, I can see that. Anthony says, with the point guard position for the Heat in the draft, should we draft past first point guard or attacking point guard? Arkansas, yeah. It really depends what they're looking for. If they want that traditional point guard or not. I would get more of a traditional point guard because I like what they're doing, moving the basketball very well. And it seems like that's the recipe for success in today's NBA. Those traditional point guards that are like Curry's a traditional point. Well, he's not a traditional point guard because he shoots the ball crazy good, but he makes the right basketball plays. That's why the Warriors have been so successful. They're such a great ball. They have such a great. Their team has such great ball movement, and it's a big reason why they're so successful. But we'll see with the Heat draft. Like, we're so excited about these later prospects, but they may not even be anything. They may just be in the G League forever. But we'll see what happens. Well, that's where all the speculation is that they might trade for Buddy Hield. But yeah, the Miami Heat have proven like you could be competitive without a super team, and you can still be good. Like the Raptors didn't have a super team, and they won the championship. Yeah, I think because LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, I'm not high on them. I think they have high upsides, but I would way rather, gosh, see like whoever has the first pick is actually. I don't think people realize they're actually stuck in a harder position as a team. I would actually trade down if I had the first pick of this draft. I think the best player out of this draft will be towards the end of the lottery. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's weak at some spots, but I think there's gonna be really solid starters, role players, just depth guys for sure. But yeah, I'll answer like one more question, or I'll read a couple more comments, and this will be the last comment. What is the recipe for success as a team want to build a super team in the NBA? Where it can be successful. Wait, what is the recipe for success as a team? I don't know what you're trying to say. What is the recipe for success? Is a team want to build a super team in the NBA where it can be successful right away? Yeah, when you have a lot of talent, it's pretty easy. It all comes down to the chemistry, though. Yeah, I would rather have 12 to 25. All right, this is the last question. Where do you think LaMelo Ball would get drafted? Obviously, LaMelo Ball, I've talked about him. Really good playmaker, liability on defense. So it all comes down to the effort, shot selection, needs to mature his game. But he is a shifty style player. His ability to create separation with his offense is amazing. But he hasn't been great in interviews. In my opinion, just cancel the interviews if you don't want to go to those teams. But I think you may go to the Hornets, but the Hornets, they're in love with Okongwu. So maybe the Chicago Bulls will go on to draft him. But I heard Charlotte loves Okongwu, so we'll see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing. This channel is not possible without you guys. Shout out to Karam. Shout out to Gian. I'm so sorry for pronouncing that wrong. Anthony, Jackson, YDK, Jeremy. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Positivity, man. Everyone that has clicked that subscribe button, put that post notification bell on. I appreciate it so much. If you're going to subscribe, I recommend putting that post notification bell on so you're alerted anytime I go live or upload a video. Try to work as hard as I can on this channel. I love the channel. Road to 500 subscribers. Have a great night, guys. Good morning, though, because I have school at 7 o'clock, so I need to make sure I get my sleep. But thank you guys so much. This channel is impossible without you guys. Like, you guys are the reason I put in the work on this channel. I love talking basketball, and people like you are the reason I work so hard. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night.